started over before. Maybe more than once. New plan. New energy. New version of yourself that was going to be different this time. And for a while, it was. You felt it. That fire. That clarity. That feeling of finally moving. And then something happened. And you are here again. At the beginning. Wondering what is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. But something is wrong with the story you have been telling yourself about why you keep ending up here. And today we are going to talk about what that story actually is. When people keep starting over, they usually blame one of three things. Discipline. Consistency. Motivation. They say, I just need to be more disciplined. I just need to stay consistent. I just need to find my motivation again. So they chase those things. They watch videos. They make new plans. They write new goals. They feel the fire again for a week or two. And then the cycle repeats. Here is why. Discipline, consistency, and motivation are not the root. They are the fruit. You cannot force fruit onto a tree that has a broken root. It will fall every time. The root is something deeper. And most people never look at it because looking at it is uncomfortable. The real reason most people keep starting over is this. They are trying to build a new life on top of an old identity. Read that again slowly. They want different results. But they still see themselves the same way. Deep down, underneath the new plan and the new energy, they still believe the same things about who they are. What they deserve. What is possible for someone like them. An identity always wins. You can change your habits for 30 days. But if your identity, the story you believe about yourself, does not change, your habits will drift back to match who you believe you are. Every single time. This is why two people can follow the same plan and get completely different results. One of them changed what they do. The other changed who they are. Only one of those changes lasts. Now let me say something that does not get said enough. If you grew up in an environment where the people around you were struggling, where resources were tight, where failure was loud, where success felt like something that happened to other people, then your identity was shaped by that environment. Not because you are weak. Not because you are less than anyone else. Because that is how humans work. We become what we are surrounded by. We absorb what we see every day. We build our sense of what is possible from the world directly in front of us. So when you try to build something bigger than your environment, the resistance you feel is not laziness. It is identity conflict. Part of you wants to grow. Another part of you is still loyal to a version of yourself that was formed in scarcity and pressure and survival. And that loyal part, that old identity, will sabotage every new plan until you deal with it directly. So how do you change your identity? Not by thinking harder. Not by reading more. Not by making a better plan. You change your identity by making different decisions in small moments, consistently, until the evidence of those decisions becomes too heavy to ignore. Every time you do the hard thing when you do not feel like it, you cast a vote for a new version of yourself. Every time you show up when it would be easier to disappear, you cast another vote. You are not trying to transform overnight. You are trying to accumulate enough small votes that your brain starts to believe something different about who you are. One decision. Then another. Then another. Not because you feel ready. Not because the circumstances changed. But because you decided, quietly, privately, with no audience, that the old story is finished. You are not the person who keeps starting over. You are the person who finally figured out why. And that changes everything. Starting over is not your problem. Your problem is starting over with the same belief about yourself that caused you to stop in the first place. Change that belief and you do not just start differently. You finish. The life you keep trying to build is not too far away. It is not locked behind talent you do not have or luck you were never given. It is locked behind a version of yourself you have not fully decided to become yet. Decide today. Not the whole journey. Just today. One decision. One vote. One small proof that you are no longer who you used to be. That is how it starts. That is how it always starts. This is Boson Ignite. We do not make videos for people who have given up. We make videos for people who keep getting up even when nobody is watching. Even when they do not know if it is working. Even when starting over feels like failure. It is not failure. It is the process. Subscribe if this is the channel you needed. Comment below and tell me, what old story about yourself are you done carrying? Stay in motion.